Hello, everybody, and welcome to Recon Paint Gaming. I am Padre, and about 850 miles to my east, which is somewhere in a general direction, is our friend Patrick. Say hello, Patrick.
Hello, everybody.
Patrick,
Yes.
remember the last unboxing we did with all the tanks and with all of the extra goodies of the dice and the tokens and then the initiative tokens and everything? Do you remember?
Oh, yeah. Wave 9 and the tokens and dice metal pack or tin.
The decorative tin.
Oh, yeah.
Remember? And then we said at the end that there was one more thing we really wanted to show you that we got from Gale Force 9. You remember?
Ranked battles.
I have it here on my desk, and
I noticed that.
I'm going to look at this now. Okay.
Got the whole good and pack. We're
I got-
ready to unbox it for everyone and show you what comes in these play kits and what you're going to expect when you show up at an event.
Yes. So the first things first, you're going to look in my hands and you're going to see a big envelope, and that says World of Tanks Ranked Battles, and it's a plain white envelope. You can't miss this in the box. Inside of this, we're going to open up in a minute because I just really wanted to show the tank battle, or the tank battles board here in all its goodness, with all 21 dog tags laid up on this board. This is an acrylic board, guys. It's an acrylic board that these dog tags stick on. So what you do as an owner of a store, you purchase this kit from Gale Force 9, and they send it to you, and in it you're going to find these 21 dog tags, and you're going to find that envelope. And the best part about these dog tags are, as you can see, they're attached. You can use a dry erase marker and just very simply write any name you want on there. And today's magic name is going to be Bob. Because
You can use a permanent one, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Well, actually, now they do describe inside of the folder that we'll get into in a little bit that you can write in permanent ink and then give the dog tag to the participant as a participation prize, because the store kit will resell more dog tags if you have a very large function going on, which is really cool. So you get all 21 of those. It comes with little Velcro tags that you put on the dots on the board, and then you put a little backing on the back. Well, yeah, you put the backing on the back. That makes sense. But you put the Velcro backing in there, and then you just adhere it to the board so that nobody's moving away. And as this is hanging on a wall, you can very easily see where you're at in the rankings. Now, the best thing about this, we're going to go over it really quick, is how this tournament works. So say you are a great player, you've been playing since the very beginning, you have, hundreds of games under your belt, you know the rules inside and out. You're going to be a higher ranked player than, say, myself or Patrick or somebody who's only played 3 or 4 games. But anybody who has played the game can play in this kind of standard tournament, this ranked battles tournament. All of the experienced players go at the very bottom tiers. So if you're like uber great player, you're at the bottom tier. If you're brand new to this game, you're at the top tier. And the way this works is, if you're on the 3rd tier, you can only challenge people on the 2nd tier for a game. If you win, you move up to where they were, and then they go down to your spot. So if you're like the uber great guy, you have a harder time trying to get to the top. And this is the best part about this whole thing. This board is constantly in motion. This is not a one day and done tournament, by the way. This can be over the course of a weekend. You could do it over a couple of weeks. You could do it over a month. You could do it over a couple of months. Just have your once or twice a week tournament, and boom, this thing is up and running, and it's so easy to do because it's all based on challenges. You keep your score. The owner's going to keep the score separately and follow everything. But at the end of the time, whoever is on top is the winner. And here's what comes in the pack. I'm going to open this up now here first. So you get this folder. And this folder here basically has everything that you need as an organizer, how to organize this tournament. It tells you how the rules of it and how this particular tournament style works. And then it tells you where to get your extra dog tags if you need it, or your extra certificates, which I'm going to show next here, which is pretty cool. And then it also goes in there to say, hey, if you want, write a permanent marker and give the dog tags away because you can order more. So this board does not have to go away. This is something that you can reuse and reuse and reuse, which is pretty cool. On the back side of this folder explains the challenge process, and they know how this works. And it's very simple. It's very simple. And you know me, simple is better, right, Pat?
Oh, always.
So we're going to cover the Elite Commander last. So at the end of the tournament, you come in first place. You are the commander. You won. You get your name put here, the date. You get to keep this wonderful, wonderful certificate, and that's your first place. Then you have commended, 2 of them. This is going to be your second and third place prizes, and they're going to get one of these certificates as well. There is a 4th certificate, Patrick.
Yes.
It's called the Elite Commander. So let's say you got a guy who climbs up and gets to the very top, and he defends himself 3 times in a row, and he wins. He then voluntarily takes his dog tag and puts it on the bottom tier again. If he's able to work himself up to the top again, he is the Elite Commander. And you get this one here. Now, of course, for the prize support that you're getting is you might be able, depending on the store owner, to keep your dog tag, but you're getting a certificate. Now, this also would pair very well if a store owner was thinking ahead of time and doing things that maybe, just maybe, he gets maybe the second place person is going to get the stat token set that they just came out with, which would be a good second place prize, right?
Nope.
And then maybe the third place or the first place gets one of these tins that we talked about that has the dice and all of the really cool tokens inside of it. For very little money, your tournament can be a very cool tournament to have, and you're playing it over weeks of time, so there's no rush to get I got to get 7 games in today. No, you don't have to do that. If it's set up that way, yes, you can. But I can see stores that have huge followings of this, Patrick, actually using 2 boards.
Oh yeah, if it gets big enough, because this fits 21. So if you need more than that, you'd get a second board, and then you have both boards running at the same time.
Exactly. And if you're the store owner who decides, hey, we're going to give away the dog tags, when you do your next tournament, you just order another set of 21.
Yep. And you get it's a separate thing of dog tags.
Yeah. Order more certificates, order more dog tags. It's absolutely a beautiful thing here. And like I say, I'm holding it up right now. And as you can see, as I shake this board, none of these dog tags are moving. None of them are moving.
So that way you can hang it on your wall.
Well, they also give you 4 extra pieces of the front and the back of Velcro tabs, so that you literally can just hang it on the wall that way. They've also pre-drilled 2 holes here and here, so if you did want to have, if you wanted to mar your walls and put a couple of nails or screws or some kind of holder, you can do that as well. And put it up for the tournament, take it down when it's not up, leave it up, do whatever you want. but there's such variety of things that you can do with this ranked battles kit, and it's just really stupidly cool. The
Yeah,
graphics
so
on it are fantastic.
the way that it's going to work is you're going to have everyone on the board. There's the challenge process to where you pick someone that's a rank above you, and if they accept the challenge, you play. And then if you win, you replace that challenger spot. If not, you stay where you are. And then if the challenges have all been met, two people on the same level can play, and then basically hack it out there.
Yep.
And then it's yeah, like Robert said, there's the top spot, which is the elite commander. If there's an empty spot in the rankings, either due to a top player dropping or someone retiring, then two players from the tier below may fight it out and fight for that spot. Before playing, though, check with the organizer to make sure no one else has claimed the rights for it. And then any tips, challenge as much as you can. You cannot drop down in the rankings by losing, so that's always great. You just stay on the tier that you are, and the more you play, the better or higher you can go on the rankings.
Yeah.
So, and all this is online. You can always go and grab the document.
Oh, and that's the best part. And the documents for all the tournament stuff are on the website at Gale Force 9, and they let you print them out, and it doesn't cost you a dime. So like I went and I downloaded, here I'll show you here, Introductory to Organized Play Kit for organizers and players. And this document, you print it up right from your computer, and you have how to run the tournament. This is, you want to be a tournament organizer, this is how you do it. And it tells you the items that you need. And with the items that you need, oddly enough, here they are. You just print them up. From that new thing is called the interweb, right? So the two sheets that go to the players are right here. You have your platoon sheet where you're going to fill out all the tanks in your platoon. And then you're going to have your score sheet where you, the player, are keeping track of who you won to or to who you lost to, how many victory points, the rounds and everything like that. You keep track of that. As the TO, you have a round sheet where you're following the pairings and you're keeping track of the scores in between each round so that you can make sure that, where everybody's being ranked and who you're playing next. And they have all of these sheets for you. They even have a pairing sheet where you can write the players out so that on that first game, after you travel, 60, 70, 80, 100 miles to go to this tournament, and you get there, and the first game that you play, it's like your buddy from the game store. Yeah, you want to avoid that at all costs. So that usually happens in the first round where that happens. But, after that, when the points start to matter, you may have to play your friend again. But that first round, they really highly suggest that you break that up because nobody wants to do that.
Exactly.
So that's everything that you can get for this tournament setup, and I think it's a really cool idea for a tournament setup. I really do. It's just so simple.
It makes you ask, when's the first tournament?
Well, right now there is a tournament that is scheduled for November 4th, I believe, in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. It is the Fall In Tournament, and that can be found on the events page on the Gale Force 9 website. And I went there the other day, and it's really easy to get into and just follow it down. As more events come up, more stuff is going to get added into the events. Their prize pool, though, for that fall-in tournament is like, oh yeah, the first place per player is getting 4 tanks of the latest issue. And
now that's a good prize.
And are you ready for this one?
Yeah.
They're going to get an admittance ticket to the next tournament, which the big tournament, which will be Adepticon.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness.
Right. So you win it, you're moving on, and they're going to keep working these tournaments in. So I was talking with a couple of guys over at Gale Force 9, and the tournaments that they're looking to put in. I'll just say this: 2023 is going to be a busy year.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
we have our own league here that's starting to pool up. We had some more people join.
yeah, I saw that. I was really excited to see that number grow. So,
Oh,
well,
I'd have to mention too. If you tried to sign up for it and you got the message that you can't sign up because it's already in progress, just please go into the Discord and message me directly, and I can add you manually so that you can start jumping in.
yeah,
There's nothing I can do for some reason. TTT will not let people, or it won't let me take it out of in progress to let people join.
Patrick, what do you think?
I think this is very unique, being able to challenge players, because I mean, there's nothing but strategy when it comes to tanks. So this is adding to another part to kind of like a real tanks battle. To where do you want to send your troops? Well, if I send them over here, they're going to die. But if I send them over here, they have a much better chance of surviving.
Right.
Because you know what's going to happen. So I mean, I'm the worst when it comes to challenging things that I know I'm going to lose against because I like the challenge. So if you've beat me 3 times before, you should expect me to challenge you again if I make it back up to that tier.
Yeah. But I mean, there's only, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiers. So there's going to be a lot of movement all throughout this board, all throughout this tournament. You know, you get that one guy, you know, there's like, we'll take an example here at the bottom, say, you know, this P. Patrick, you know, wins his first match against T. Bond here, right? So they switch players. Okay. T. Bond doesn't like being on the bottom tier. So he's gonna, you know, challenge this Patton guy on the same day, and maybe he gets ups. And then you know, you try and challenge, you know, this Reagan guy over here, but you don't succeed. He doesn't move back. You just go back to your spot, and then you try again next week. And everybody is moving and trying to get up there. And Bob is getting challenged by these two guys down here, and who knows what happens at the end of this tournament. This could be, you could have a really, really good week and move up a couple of spots, and then the following week you may, you know, stay in one place or, God forbid, get dropped down. You know, I think it's a wonderful idea.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yep. So that's all we got for this. I do hope you guys encourage your store owners to set up this tournament. You know, tell them, hey, have you checked out that ranked battles thing? Because it's really cool. You know, we just saw a video on it. Tell them to come look at it on our channel. You know, or talk to their distributor about this. This is for game store owners only, so they're the ones that have to purchase this. But I think it's a great idea from Gale Force 9. I truly do. I think this is a good, quick way to play the game and have a blast at it without it being too overly complicated in a Swiss tournament setup.
Yeah, I mean, once our league is complete, don't be shocked if we move to this system or try to host our own tournaments online.
I don't know why we wouldn't. I mean, we got
Exactly.
the board, and if we get, you know, 21 guys, we'll do this. We will definitely do this.
100%.
Yep. Anybody
All right.
can, you know, we'll just keep track of it, and anybody can play.
Exactly. I think that's it for now.
I think so too.
I mean, that's a lot of news to go through, but yeah.
Yeah,
Very
it is.
exciting.
But we thank you guys for watching, and if you guys have got any, you know, special
Questions,
tokens
information.
and yeah, feel free to hit us up on the comments. You know, send us email because we do respond to that. Hit us up in Discord because we respond to that as well. And if you guys have got any token needs for your various games that you're playing, come check us out on recontokens.com. If you don't see what you want there, give me an email. I will make them to whatever you need without charging a customization fee because I don't do that. That's just how I work. So, Pat, you got anything?
Yeah, remember to play casual.
Yeah, that's always good because, you know, it's more fun that way. So with that being said, I am going to say, see ya.
Later.